Have you been to California, seen the sights and people there?
On the fourth day of Christmas, Jeff Bezos brought to we a solar system for the RV.
Well, Grace did all the good stuff with the singing, so here we are. So I am so excited with our 4 solar panels. These are 100 watt Renogy's, and we are excited to do an unboxing. So, you know, these things have a lot of parts, and although I've done quite a bit of studying, if you've got some tips and suggestions, please go ahead and put them down in the comments. We'd love to hear you because I need help. So, okay, let's take a look at one of these. This is the Renogy called Eclipse, which are a bit more expensive, but supposedly they are a little bit more efficient. Now you notice you don't see any of the silver stuff on the front of it. These are completely darked out. It's a 4x8 panel, and I do have another video that's going to be coming out that's going to be explaining, it's going to do some explaining on when shadows get on. When it doesn't matter much, you can have half of this panel blocked by the light, and you'll still have half the panel. If you do it the right panels, I'll say that there's 16. Although if you do only 8 of them, you can lose pretty much all of the power. So these are supposed to have 100 watts each. That is about 23 volts at about 6 amps. So you don't want the stats, you want to know the so what. So let's take a look at how we are hooking these up together. So come a little closer. So I've got some channel struts, which I've seen somebody else use. And so this is, I've kind of over-engineered it. These are 12 gauge. I think 14 gauge would be a little smaller, would have probably been enough. But you can see the advantage. When you put them on, you can slide them one way or another. And also because it's off of the ground, you have a big advantage because now you're not going to have a lot of like moss. And we do have moss where we live in Northern California that could cause it a big problem. So I don't want to have where once I put them in, if I have to take them off. So most people put them in permanently, but if at some point in time I want to have some flexibility to change one, it goes bad, or there's different technologies, different amount of wattages, I'd like to have where the struts stay in the bottom, but the go on top. And if you'll notice that what I've got here on each of these is it's where it has a tilt assembly. So that brings it up even a little bit higher. So you can see that I have room to get underneath here. And when I put it on the tilt assembly, I can go ahead and pressure wash it or whatever I had to do to take care of the roof also. So I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a good project, and I'm wondering just how long it's going to take. So first the struts are going to go on. I've got some bigger screws than the ones that Renogy has that they have come with it. So we're going to make it a little bit beefier for men. Right, Grace? So I think that is most of what's covered there. Grace, do you have any thoughts?
Yes. How many of our battery-operated devices can it charge at one time?
That's right. Good question. So if we have 4 of them, that is 400 watts. You normally get about 4 hours average a day. That would be about 1,600 watts total. So yeah, if you have something like a TV that uses 50 to 100 watts, you could watch that a lot of hours. If you have something like a microwave that you're running 15 minutes, well, it uses 1,000 watts an hour, but if you're only using 15 minutes, that's a couple hundred watts there. So we have the EconoFlow Premium, which is our backup battery, and that'll hold another about 800 to 1,000 watts there. So we can use it and be consuming it at the same time. So does that give you a kind of a feel, Grace, on how it's going to work?
I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of stealthing in the near future.
Yeah, we want to be able to go off-grid some, so we don't always have to have our umbilical to hook up to the RV park or run a generator, which at state or national parks, they don't like it after about 7 or 8 p.m. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a good ideal connection. The thing is where you put them on a roof. And we do have another video coming on, which is to make sure that, you know, how do you configure them so that if you need to, like this time of year in December where the sun is low, to get the maximum amount of power. And then which direction do you want to face your RV? So we're going to have 2 of them in one orientation and 2 in another, but stay tuned for that video coming soon to a California Travel Video Theater near you.
And good luck with your shopping too.
Right.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Have you been to California, seen the sights and people there?